guaranteed to take 1,000,000 years just for the game to load.
Let's meet your Sacramento. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. You'll see Atlanta taking on Sacramento. Clark, Darren Collison still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
Well, I tell you, this is a tough blow for this team. I mean, he very well could be out the rest of the season, and that's something that's hard to adjust to.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague out there with Easy Breezy, and it's Korver in at the three. So it's Atlanta now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's McCallum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And he really competed defensively, too, Kevin. 3 steals.
Nobody near Gay. Running from the wing.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
So it's Atlanta now. And since the new ownership group took over, the Kings have been one of the most proactive teams in the league, looking for trades and trying to reshape the roster.
Well, they're looking to make moves to climb out of the cellar in the Western Conference. Highly motivated and really looking to shake things up. They traded for upside, acquiring Derek Williams and Rudy Gay, adding some athleticism and scoring ability in those two guys.
Here's Gay, following the basket by Al Horford. Here's McCallum, right now averaging 7 points a game. Cousins, and he banks in the layup. Cousins has got his second bucket.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Teague kicks to Millsap. Evans with some nice D.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
McCallum dishes to Gay. And the pass to Evans. Launches a 3. The shot is off, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't think they enjoyed watching the tape of that loss, because there's no question they were the better team going into it, and yet they got completely crushed.
I'm actually still trying to figure out what happened there, Steve. No matter how it looks on paper, you've still got to show up, lace up, and play. It looked like they just weren't interested in being there.
Just 5 to shoot. It's Gay with the drive, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. It really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. As you talk about Rudy Gay's size and athleticism, Steve, he can play small ball 4 in a pinch.
Yeah, and it also enables him to get that jump shot off over pretty much anybody. So if he's spaced and he's playing at a 4 and he can get that jumper off, now he's got the ability to drive past you because the floor is opened up. So it's very interesting when he's placed at that 4 position.
And Sacramento has possession. After the 3-pointer from Walker, Gay kicks to McCallum. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Walker. The baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Teague. Horford in the post. He's guarded by Cousins. Horford the pass to Teague. Rebound by Stauskas.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark. He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
The Kings leading. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Landry comes in for Reggie. Kyle Korver and Shelvin Max subbed in for Teague. Now here is Landry. Averaging 6 points per contest. Thompson sets the pick for Landry. Sacramento moving it around. Dishes it to McLemore. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Well, Ben McLemore seen as perhaps a steal when the Kings selected him 7th overall in last year's draft. But his rookie season was a colossal disappointment defensively and offensively. He really struggled to contribute.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He said their entire offense has to focus on getting their shooters open with sharp player movement and sharp ball movement. We're going to see a lot of motion in that offense today. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. So still in the opening quarter and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. And McLemore, an excellent shooter in one season that he had at Kansas.
And you combine that with his athleticism, Kevin, and he's got tremendous upside. That's why he was so highly regarded as a prospect.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5. Bazemore dishes to Mack. Misses the 3. Kings leading now by 6. Here's McLemore. Here's Landry. And, there's a whistle. He is going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Rudy Gay. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Ontich is checked in. Shot to stop the run. Count the bucket.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
Thompson sets the pick for McLemore. The wide open look here for Terry. Good on the triple.
And the story of this game in the early stages was just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Terry outside. And another 3 for Sacramento.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books. We'll go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thompson. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. Rudy Gay's checked in for McLemore. And Stauskas subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Pero Ontich. Millsap comes in for Payne. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Kyle Korver. And Walker subbed in for Mack. Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. Evans is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's McCallum in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Teague kicks to Walker. Right side to Walker. Here's Bazemore. He's covered by Gay. Bazemore passes to Horford. Shot is no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that game was how dominant they were on the boards.
Well, it's impossible not to see that domination. Based on the numbers, it was really lopsided in the rebounding battle.
Teague dishes to Walker. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Stauskas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's McCallum. Evans, a screen on Teague. Screen by Cousins. Here's Stauskas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Nick Stauskas was born in Ontario, Canada, 7 days after the NBA awarded Toronto an expansion franchise. Nice little factoid there. When he was 10 at a Raptors open practice, he got called down to play some 2-on-2 against Vince Carter, and Stauskas buried a 3 on him. Now he's an NBA player himself. Man, that's a heck of a turnaround in about 10 years.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and he rewarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot, and he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and we saw the results. They were pretty good.
Walker goes in, expanding his range, and he gets it to go. Walker's got 8 points.
And reporters said they saw a bit of a confrontation involving him after last game, not between him and the other team, but actually between him and a teammate.
Well, the talk was it was about how the ball was moving, or rather how it wasn't moving. Whenever teammates start disagreeing and bickering with each other over touches, you know something is awry.
And, Steve, it's pretty clear that DeMarcus Cousins has solidified his place as the Kings franchise centerpiece.
Yeah, the future's bright. I mean, last season he was a contender for the most improved player in the All-Star game. I mean, if he can continue to produce and help the Kings become a winner, then the accolades will follow.
Terry with it. He has 6. Pass to Gay with the shot. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And we finished one half of it.
All right, we've got some work to do, but it's not too late. Let's put our stamp on the second half.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. The game for Rudy Gay.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
On the court for Atlanta, Korver at the 3 with Paul Millsap at the 4. Easy breezy out there with Teague, and it's Horford in at the center position. Kings leading now by 5. And McCallum kicks to Gay. Pass to Stauskas. Sacramento moving it around. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Walker into Horford. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Gay passes to Evans. Cousins dishes to McCallum. And Cousins kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Back to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Millsap. The feed to Walker. He kicks it to Korver. Puts it up from 12. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. Even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Evans. And it's Ben McLemore in for Stauskas. Here's McCallum. Gay, a screen on Teague. And McLemore kicks to Cousins. The turnaround jumper. Cousins has got 12 points in the game. And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy.
About it. Not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin.
And the Kings making a change here. Landry's checked in. Payne, he's checked in for the Hawks. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Walker. And the Kings shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, Rudy Gay receiving laser eye surgery going into last season. His vision had been so bad he was having trouble getting a driver's license. After refusing to wear contact lenses for years, he finally relented and had surgery. His vision has improved, it gave him a confidence boost, and Kevin, we'll see if it continues to yield dividends.
It can only help, thanks, Doris. Feeds it to T. Payne passes to Walker. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Thompson sets the pick for Gay. And that one's good. Gay's got 13.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
The Hawks trail by 6. T kicks to Korver. He feeds it to Walker. He dishes it to Korver. Back to Walker. Kicks to Horford, to the middle. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Horford.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Rudy Gay. Atlanta also making some changes. Harold Antich, he's checked in for Horford. And Shelvin Max subbed in for T. Here's McCallum, guarded by Walker. The dish now to McLemore. The pass to McCallum. Here's Thompson. Rebound, Atlanta. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip.
And you know that Golden State game, guys, has a lot of attention on it.
And a wide open look for Walker. Again, the Hawks score.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
The Kings have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. Here's McCallum. They set the screen. Now Ellington. And McCallum kicks to McLemore. Sinks the three-pointer. McLemore's got 5.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Hawks trail by 5. 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Walker dishes to Mack. Back to Walker. Pass to Korver. Off the screen. Again, the Hawks score.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Sacramento leading by 3. Thompson, a screen on Walker. McCallum, the pass to Thompson. Here's McLemore. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
Yeah, no question. If I'm them, I'm definitely going 2 for 1.
And Walker kicks to Mack. Dishes to Korver. Walker is screen on Thompson. Korver passes to Payne. Here's Mack. And again, it's Atlanta.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure. The energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
Here's McCallum. Pass to Ellington. There's the feed to Landry. Walker with the rebound. Right side to Walker. Gets it off, and that's not going to go. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Really excellent feed here, and I know we're used to seeing this guy score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
And the Hawks with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Evans, and it's Terry in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Millsap. That's good.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show, and the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Atlanta making a switch here. Walker's checked in. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And one other thing I would add is the mid-range game has been really impressive. I mean, they're showing great touch on some of those 15, 17-footers.
Kings have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Stauskas kicks to Terry to take the lead. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Walker. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Into Millsap, passes to Horford, and he gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Evans kicks to Gay. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
And it's Walker penetrating. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To tie it up. Nice shot by Terry. And it's a tie ball game.
What a shot over the bigger man. I'll tell you what, that could prove to be a massive play in this game.
You know, because of the defense and the pressure situation, Steve, that was a high degree of difficulty shot on that jumper.
Walker dishes to Horford. And Walker kicks to Corbin. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Walker. Millsap against Evans. Millsap misses.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Terry against Walker. Terry the pass to Cousins. Walker against Terry. Stauskas kicks to Terry to take the lead. Rejected by Walker. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Walker's running. Bazemore dishes to Walker. He kicks it to Korver. Back to Walker. Hawks passing it around. Here's Bazemore. Terry covering. 17-foot shot on the way. Shot's good by Walker. And the Hawks lead by 2. Sacramento making a switch here. He's checked in. Teague's checked in for Atlanta. The pass to Stauskas. Gay outside. He has has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
This is exactly what you can expect when you allow Rudy Gay to heat up. He's hard to cool off.
Here is Korver. Feeds it to Horford. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Stauskas. Poked away. Out of bounds. Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession. And stolen by Horford. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Korver. And he's able to get it back. Here's Stauskas. He dishes it to McCallum. Cousins inside. Millsap's there to take the lead.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he has there.
Teague with the ball. There's Walker with the three. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Kings taking the win in this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this prep.
All right, listen up, guys. Coach wanted me to go over some more points of emphasis. Today it's going to be getting shooters open on offense and giving up